Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. My name is Patty Alfonso, and welcome to Consciousness is Sexy. How does it get better than that? Our topic for today is, are you having any fun yet? And it's kind of interesting. Today is actually the kickoff to the Body Awareness Weekend that Access Consciousness is sort of hosting globally. And I did a call this morning called Being with Your Body. And if you missed it, you can go check it out on my YouTube channel. And it was super fun. And we had a lot of fun and we asked a lot of great questions, and it was just fun. We even danced, put on some music. It was awesome. So I'm like, oh, this is great, because I'm having this, show tonight about having fun and whether or not you're having any fun and what joy and fun can create in your life. And so I did a little bit of work, and then I was kind of hanging out, chilling, tuning into the energy. And then all of a sudden, everything just went, "Ugh." And I was like, oh, what's that? I was like, well, this is interesting. So I started asking questions, because that's what I do. And I was like, okay, what is this? And I tuned into the energy. And it was just this really interesting kind of heaviness and weirdness. And I was like, okay, well, what is this? So I kept asking. And eventually, the energy kind of shifted. So I turned on some music and started moving my body and turning on music that turns me and my body on. And I was like, okay, cool. There's a little bit of me. Okay. So what is this? What is this? Is this mine? And then I get it. No, it's not mine. Oh, okay. So return to sender. So I start returning to sender with consciousness attached, and I start doing 1, 2, 3s. And if you don't know what those are, it's basically just kind of perceiving the energy, gathering energy from all over the universe, and then just giving it back to the earth. So I started doing some 1, 2, 3s and 1, 2, 3s and 1, 2, 3s and 1, 2, 3s and 1, 2, 3s. And then the energy started shifting again. And I was like, okay. And I thought, this is so interesting that I'm about to do a show on having fun, and this really weird energy starts to come up. And so then I was still tuning into the energy, and then this movie that I watched recently came to mind. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's called Inside Out, and it's a cartoon movie from Pixar or Disney or something like that. And it's really about those sort of voices in our head. And one of the characters is the character of joy. And I happen to be a pretty joyful person, 90 to 95% of the time. I have my moments. And I was like, yeah, I was remembering watching the movie, and at one point picking up the awareness that people were annoyed with joy. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. And then all of these sort of awarenesses sort of became more clear about joy being this judgeable offense in this reality. And, Gary Douglas talks about, like when you're really sad and depressed, people are like, oh, what's wrong with you? And if you're really happy and excited, people are like, "Oi, what's wrong with you? What drug are you on?" So there's this sense and this space of not ever really being able to have joy all of the time. Joy as part of your life and your living. And last week on the show, I shared with you my sort of joy of living picture that I keep, kind of referencing back to get to the energy of who I truly be. And so I'm here. And I'm still perceiving and I'm still aware of that heaviness, although it does seem to be shifting. And I'm still very clear that whatever that is not really truly me. And because I know I have a sense of who I be and who I be in the world, and what I desire to create, and the happiness and the joy of creating my life. And so it's this really interesting place that I'm pretty sure I've talked about it before, but being in it and being on the show is sort of totally new, different experience. So again, I'm aware of that energy, and I'm aware of me, and being in that place of all of those energies existing simultaneously, not shutting down or trying to push it away, or, you know, just trying to shift it and change it, because we're all capable of shifting and changing everything in our lives. And once I really got that this isn't me, that I'm just aware of something somewhere in the world, you know, maybe I'll find out what that is later. Someone will call me up and tell me, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's what I was aware of. So not separating from that, not shutting it off, allowing it to be present in my universe without it having an effect on me, and still allowing myself to have and be the joy that I truly be, even though that is existing simultaneously. So that is that's communion. It's being in communion with everything that's going on, and still having that sense of who you be, and just being an allowance of all of the energies that are present. So that was a really interesting thing that sort of showed up right before the show. And what I wanted, I know that we've got a couple of questions that I will play with in a few minutes. And what I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about, are you having any fun yet, is about how, okay, so what's coming up is money follows joy. And I know that we have a question here about business, which I'll get to in a minute. But imagine if you were having a party, and you know, you invite someone to a party, and you're like, I'm having this party, and you know, people are gonna come over, and I guess we'll do this, and maybe we'll do that, and you know, do you want to come? Do you want to go to that party? So what if then you run into someone, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm having this party, there's going to be a bunch of people coming over, and maybe we'll play games, we'll play some music, and we'll dance, and we'll have some fun. Do you want to come? So that party, right, seems to be more exciting and more fun to attend. So when you're being the energy of joy, when you're having fun, that is more attractive. It's attractive to more fun people. It's attractive to more fun energies to come into your life. It's attractive to more fun friends to come into your life. And I get it that life isn't always fun, and I've been there. If you've been watching my shows, you know that I have been there. And what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to invite joy and the possibilities into your life and living? And anything that doesn't allow that, can we destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. And that's the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. It's a magic tool. If you don't know what it is, you can go check it out at theclearingstatement.com. So when it comes to creating the life and the living that you desire, and when it comes to, you know, creating the money that you desire, money follows joy, possibilities, all of that. Like there is so much more available when you allow yourself to have the joy of you and the joy of who you be. And so I actually, you know, used a couple of tools at the beginning of this show to illustrate the tools that are available to get to that sense of joy and peace that you truly be. So asking the question, when you become aware of an energy, now I could have been aware of that energy and made it into something about me and created some story about it and then locked it and solidified it into my universe, in which case I'd be very depressed right now talking to you. But instead, I asked questions. So what is this? Is this mine? Who does this belong to? Return to sender. Doing the 1, 2, 3s. Allowing myself to be aware of everything, not just whatever that sort of heavy, interesting energy was that was coming up. And now notice that I'm also not judging that energy. I'm also not like, oh, that energy is wrong and there must be something wrong and it's heavy, so it's depressing and it's bad energy and it's not good energy. I'm not doing any of that. I'm simply being aware without any kind of judgment or point of view about what it is that I'm aware of. And so as an infinite being, you are able to perceive, know, be, and receive all energies. And what would it take for you to perceive, know, be, and receive all energies and not make them about you? And everything that brings up, can we destroy it and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyond. How does it get better than that? Let's see what our questions are here, and then we'll see where we go. So this is Bettina in Germany, and she says, hi Patty, what would it take to create more overage or surplus in my business? We create a lot of money, yay, how does it get better? I'm grateful for that, and at the same time, the costs are high at the moment. What would it take for me to work less for more money? I asked that question for a long time. Can I just say, I was like, you know what? My reality with money is that I work less and I make a lot more money. And I actually literally just made that demand in my universe. And it slowly changed. And eventually I was working way less hours and creating a lot more cash and a lot more inflow than I ever had. So that's a wonderful question, Bettina. I'm an orthodontist with mostly part-time employed women, so it seems more difficult to spread information around if something changes. What would it take to have a really good information and communication system? Bettina, can I just say that you're already asking a lot of really great questions, and it seems like you're really aware about what it is that's going on in your business, and you're asking the questions to change it. So would you be willing to be patient as the awarenesses of what needs to change and what else needs to be created reveal themselves to you? And whatever the universe is trying to show you or gift to you, would you be willing to lower your barriers and receive that information so that you can then put that into action? What would it take to have the assistants each have their own resorts? I'm not really sure what that means, but we'll go with it. Their own resort. Oh, okay. So you mean like you want them to be more proactive, I think is the word that I would use. Their own resort instead of me doing or controlling or directing it all. Yes, okay. What would it take for them to be more self-responsible? Cool. Okay. So Bettina, I'm wondering if you have asked your business what it is that your business would desire. And I'm wondering if you are allowing your business as an entity, as its own creation in the world, to contribute to you in creating it bigger and better than what it is now. And anything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine, shorts, boys, beyonds. Are you having fun in your business? It doesn't really sound like you're having fun. I get, yeah, what would it take to have more fun with everything that you're creating? And anything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to be the chaos of possibilities with your business with total ease? And anything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. How much chaos would you have to infuse in your business so that it can outcreate itself and outcreate everything and be more full of joy and possibilities? And everything that brings up, can we destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Let's talk about fun with business. Joy with business. Okay. Simone Milasas, who's the worldwide coordinator of Access Consciousness, she has a specialty class called Joy of Business, which I love. I mean, I've always really loved creation, and I've loved creating and being creative and creating a lot of different things. And the thing is that in this reality, people take business very seriously. You know, I have to do this and I have to do that, and like, where's the fun in your business? Where's the fun of creating something in your business? Where is the fun of creating something new and exciting for the world and for your business? And anything that doesn't allow you to have that, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, pot, online, shorts, boys, and beyond. So in this sense, when I was answering Bettina's question and I said your business as an entity, so an entity is anything that is defined in some way. You are an entity. Your body is an entity. Businesses, if you look up, I think either the word business or the word entity, I don't remember. Anyway, moving on from that thought, which wasn't going to make any sense. Your business as an entity, there's entities without bodies that are, you know, on this earth and beyond. And so when you are creating a business, the fun part about business for me and the fun part about creation is communicating with my business, asking my business questions. You know, business, what do you want to create today? Business, what would you like to be in the world? What would you like to contribute? What is it that you desire to gift to the world? And then allowing your business, that entity, to contribute and communicate to you what it is that it desires. And when you follow the energy, so what is light is true for you and what is heavy is not true for you. When you follow the energy of lightness, then everything will be created greater than what you could have possibly imagined with your head and with your mind. And so we're really taught, and it's really ingrained in us in this reality, to think. So all of the thinking caps that we've all put on with our businesses, can we destroy and uncreate them? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, pot, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And have more fun playing with your business and playing with your creations and being the chaos of creativity that is required. If you're new to the show, I did a few shows in the beginning about the energies of chaos and order and how we've misidentified and misapplied those. So go to my YouTube channel and check those out, because there's a really different energy when I am referring to chaos as in being creative and possibilities versus the way that we usually define it in this reality, which is, you know, a lot of people think of chaos as insanity in some way, but really creativity is very chaotic. Consciousness is very chaotic and alive and vibrant and energetic. That's the energy of chaos that I'm talking about. So Bettina, what chaos of possibilities? Oh, Bettina, would you be willing to be the chaos mage for your business? And anything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate it? And would you allow your business to be the chaos mage for you? And anything that doesn't allow that, can we destroy and uncreate it? Oh, right, wrong, good, bad, POC, pot, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And she did ask about like communication systems and communicating with her the people that she's working with. So there's a difference between, you know, these people work for me, where you have to be in control all of the time and you have to tell them what to do and you have to like do all that directing energy that you're referring to. And then there's the energy of like, okay, they're working with me. Are you allowing them to create with you? Are you allowing their brilliance? Like, what is it that your employees know that could contribute to creating what you're asking for? And when it comes to, you know, hiring people to work with you, it's always really good to ask and look at your business and what it is that's required and what it is that you're missing and what it is that you need to add to your business, and ask for the person who knows more than you do about that to show up. Asking the universe to deliver, okay, the person that knows way more about communication systems than I do, the person that can outcreate everything that I'm, stuck thinking about, please universe, I'll have that person now. What would it take for that person to show up? What would it take for me to receive their brilliance and for me to be able to receive them being in my business and everything that brought up? Can we destroy it and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. I love business. I got to tell you, business is one of my favorite, look at me, I'm smiling, right? It's one of my favorite topics or things in the world to play with. I love playing with businesses. I love communicating with businesses and expanding them and out creating this reality with them. So whatever energy I can be and gift to you that you're willing to receive in this moment about having the joy of living with your business, there you go. Enjoy. And anything that doesn't allow you to find the joy with business that is real and true for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Let's see. Do we have any other questions at the moment? I think, let's see. Or any other comments? Oh, now my screen is frozen, of course. How does it get better? Okay, well, I guess we don't have questions at the moment. Are you having fun? Are you having fun in your life with what you're creating? Would you like to have more fun and joy in your life and with what you're creating? And anything that doesn't allow that, would you be willing to destroy and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Are you willing to have so much fun and joy, my table is moving, that you make everyone around you totally uncomfortable? And anything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Some of you know I was at a retreat recently, and it was an amazing experience. I'm, so grateful for Matthew Hussey and for his team and for everything that they created. And on the last day, I went to say goodbye and I gave him a hug. No, it wasn't on the last day. It was at a party. Anyway, and we were chatting and I was just showing my gratitude for everything that, Tara's laughing at me. Stop laughing at me, Tara. I was gifting him with the gratitude that I was feeling for everything that he had created. And he leaned in and I'm going to say whispered in my ear, but it's not like that, okay? Because it was loud, and so we were speaking closely, okay? And he said to me, he was like, it was really wonderful to watch you having so much fun out there. And I was like, yeah, that's my thing. I love having fun. I'm the kind of person, I think, that can have fun anywhere and everywhere that I go with whatever it is that's going on. It certainly makes life a lot more enjoyable. And so what would it take for you to be able to have fun with everything that you're creating in the world? And anything that doesn't allow that, let's destroy and uncreate it. Yes, right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. This is actually going to be the last show of the year. It's December 2016. Next Saturday is like Christmas Eve, and then it's New Year's Eve. So, and the show is actually asking for some kind of change, which I'm not really quite sure how that is going to show up, but we're going to just take a couple of weeks off and play with the energies of what the show desires to be in 2017. Who knows? Maybe it's, I don't know, new graphics, a new name. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the show desires to be and what needs to or is required to change so that I can now create myself with this creation. How does it get better? So keep a lookout for the next show, which will happen at some point in early January 2017. Have an amazing, amazing holiday season if that applies to you. And if not, have an amazing, amazing few weeks. And thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful for your energy and for you showing up. Come play with me on our Facebook group, Consciousness is Sexy on Facebook, and share me with your friends. I don't want to be a secret anymore. How does it get better than that? Share me with anyone and everyone that you get would receive something from this show. So that is it for now. Have an amazing couple of weeks, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone. Mwah. Thank